channel, Susan's Just Making It. I'm Susan, and I'm here making stuff, messes, chaos, and making it through life. If this is your first time watching, welcome. For my returning viewers, welcome back. So today's video is part of a multi-channel collab, April Showers Bring May Flowers. There are 15 channels in this collab, which is broken down into 3 groups with 5 channels each. Our host is Jarrozzy, and I am honored to be a part of this collab because I am working with some wonderful channels and individuals here. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you know who is part of the collab today, and then we'll get into the video. So I am in group 1, and group 1 consists of Laurie Latimer, Jamie, who is also known as the makeup nurse. We have Julie, who is Bootsie on the beat, Sabrina from Sabrina's Unboxings and More, and myself, Susan. My channel is Susan's Just Making It. So group 2 consists of Jarrozzy, our host, Bonnie from Bonnie's Bargains, Becky from Becky's Empty Nest, Lorrie from Lorrie's Life, and Pat, who is also known as Bless GMP. And then in group 3 we have Crystal, Real Lady Electrician. We have Shannon Carroll, Christine from Life with Christine, Jennifer from Jennifer Loves Makeup, and Stephanie, North Carolina Mountain Momma. So those are the channels that are involved in the collab today. So some of the channels are going to be having giveaways. I'm not sure which ones are doing giveaways and which ones are not, so you'll have to watch the individual videos and see who has that going on today. So for today's collab, we were asked what makes us think of spring. So for myself, when I think of spring, I think of flowers. Everything's starting to come to life. We have the sun shining. We have flowers blooming, you know, everything's just becoming new and fresh, and it's just a new thing going on. So that is what I think of when I think of spring. I think of flowers, and not necessarily spring flowers, because most spring flowers are kind of short-lived. So that's what I'm working with today. And I want to go ahead and apologize for my appearance today. No makeup and looking a little under the weather here. I woke up today with like really puffy eyes, and I did not want to put on any makeup and irritate the situation more, and I've been feeling a little under the weather the last few days anyway. So just bear with the bare face and the rough appearance, if you will. So for today's video, I wanted to do a little quick craft project, not necessarily a tutorial. I just wanted to have you guys join me while I put something together having to do with flowers, because that is my interpretation of spring, and I just wanted to you know, do something that I relate to. My channel has a lot of crafting on it. So with that being said, I'm going to end my intro, and then we're going to go over to my project. Hello. So before we cut over to my video, I forgot to mention that there will be a playlist down in my description box that you can follow in order to watch all the other wonderful ladies in the collab. Just wanted to insert that because I forgot to mention. Makes it a little bit easier for you instead of clicking all over YouTube. It's there for your convenience, so go ahead and check out that playlist. So now we'll go over to the project. Okay everyone, so I'm going to take this pile of stuff and a few other things and try to make it look like something resembling spring. So we'll see how this goes. I didn't really plan it out ahead of time, so hopefully it turns out looking like something resembling spring. So I'm going to start with this foam wreath that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to attempt to wrap it with this burlap ribbon that I picked up at Walmart. So we're going to go in and start wrapping this. Just going to put a little bit of hot glue down to secure it. And we'll see how this goes. Because the wreath by itself does not look too pretty. So I'm gonna just try to wrap this around, and I am going to start this, and I'm gonna go ahead and work on wrapping this, and then I'll be back as soon as I am done wrapping the wreath. Okay, I am back with the wreath wrapped in burlap, and I did that off camera because it was a little time consuming, and I can't guarantee that if I did it on camera the video would have been very family friendly. It was a lot of fun. Not. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do with this, it looks much better than just the green foam. I'm sure you'll agree. A little bit rustic, a little bit nicer. Next, I'm going to try to put some florals on there and try to make it look like something. So, here we go. Okay, everyone, I tried to speed that up so that the video isn't going to be super long. That took me approximately a little under 10 minutes to just throw these on there quickly, and it doesn't look like much now. I'm going to have to go in here and clean up some of these hot glue strands, but now we're going to shape this a little bit and throw some greenery in here. I just kind of haphazardly put these on, but now it's time to shape them up a little bit so it doesn't look like quite a mess. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm trying to keep this in frame, but I don't have very much workspace and stuff, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to make this look a little cleaner and shape everything where I want it. Just a little bit more. So, let's see. Get hot glue on me. It's hard to keep this in frame. This is what it looks like so far. I'm going to try to bring this out a little bit. I only have so much room to work with here. Here, that's a little bit better. This is what it looks like now. Put all this stuff in the way. I am going to go ahead and go off camera and just go ahead and shape some of this the way I want it, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to add a little bit of greenery and finish decorating this, but I don't want to take forever shaping everything. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick, and then we're going to come back and finish this off. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so I just went off camera and cleaned this up a little bit. I got rid of all the hot glue strands, and I tried to position the leaves and the greenery so it looked a little less chaotic. I'm trying to get this in frame, but like I said, I don't have a lot of workspace here. So this is what it looks like so far. So I'm gonna stay in real time, and we're just gonna finish this up and make it look more like a finished project. So let me see, I'm gonna just cut some of these leaves apart that I have. I thought these were really pretty. We're gonna just fill in some blank spots and finish decorating this. Now, all in all, this is a really quick project for me anyway, and I just wanted to put together a quick little spring project for you guys. I started with the Dollar Tree foam wreath, wrapped it in burlap. All these florals, with the exception of these red ones, I think these were just in my stash from another project, but I believe all of these came from the Dollar Tree. So this is a really affordable craft. If you guys want to try to throw something like this together, definitely doable. I'm just going to throw some hot glue on some of these leaves and fill in some empty spots to fill this out a little bit. This is definitely not a difficult project. All it takes is the wreath, the burlap, hot glue gun, and some florals from the Dollar Tree. And when we were asked to think about what we think of when we hear spring, the first thing that came to mind for me was flowers. So I knew I had to do something for this video having to do with flowers, because that's my first thought when we talk about spring. It's so nice for the weather to get warmer and the flowers to start blooming. Just gluing this one over here to pop out. I just think the little extra greenery fills it out a little bit better. Trying to hold this back and see how it's looking so far. I wish I had a better way to get this in frame, but I'm hoping to get a better setup here at some point for doing some of these type of videos. So let's just go ahead and throw this over here. When I was thinking about what color, so I'm thinking about hot glue, bit strings. When I was thinking about what color to use for this, I have other colors, but I just thought the peach and cream looked really pretty and soft and somewhat neutral. I'm trying to back this up. There we go. You just ignore the clutter over there. That's my mess. Just ignore that. So this is what it looks like so far, with the flowers and the greenery positioned. I'm just going to go in with a couple other little things real quick. Let's see, what did I have set aside? I'm going to just kind of see if these are going to look good. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use the cattails or not. I'm just going to kind of see if I think they look good. I think I'm going to skip these. I pulled them out because they were with the same color family, but I'm thinking that I'm going to skip using them. I don't really think that they go, and I think the flowers I have on here already are pretty good. I'm just going to go ahead and take my wire cutter and cut these leaves apart. I'm going to put them in the center where it's bare. And then we're going to decorate it a tiny bit more. But I'm going to try to see if I cut that piece of plastic off. So I'm just going to like fill this in down here a tiny bit with a few leaves. So I'm just going to throw some hot glue on there. I need another hot glue stick. And this is a little scattered. I'm just trying to make this a quick project. So I'm just going to fill in this just a tiny bit down here where it looks bare. Actually, I didn't think that the florals I had picked out was going to make it this full. I'm kind of happy that it did. Okay, and let's see, we have one more. And let's see, I'm going to try to put this one going like this to fill it in a little bit. Now I know it looks really bare here, but I have a plan. So let me just get rid of some of this hot glue that's sticking all over my hands. I can't do much with the glue all over my hands. So this is what we have so far. And I wanted to, let's see if I can get it out from the pile. I wanted to put this on here. Now this was raw light wood, and I went ahead and lightly stained it ahead of time. And I was going to see if I can maybe, I didn't leave enough space. I was going to try to position it in here. I might have to put it somewhere else on here. Let's see. I think I didn't plan this out, so I think I'm going to try to hang it in the center. So let's see. I have this white jute. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get in here. I'm going to come back and I'm going to go off camera, see if I can string this through there, because we're going to hang this a little bit, and then I'll be right back and we're going to decorate this up a little bit because this looks a little not quite pretty enough. So I'm going to go off camera real quick and run this through this hole, and I'll be right back. Okay, it took a couple minutes, but I got this wound through there, and this is probably a longer length than I'm going to need, but that's okay. I can always trim it. So I'm going to set this aside for a second, and we're going to work on this a little bit. Bring the camera back down. I don't like this being quite that plain, and there's a hole down here because when I bought this it was on a string of, I think there was 4 of them strung together, and I only wanted to use one. So like I said, I took the one off the string, I went ahead and stained it so it's a tiny bit darker, and I thought that I would put some of these flat back pearls on here. It's not showing up too good here, but they're a pretty little light pink blush color. So, and they're self-adhesive, so that makes it nice. So I'm going to just cover this hole up, and I thought I would just run them along here. Let's see if I can get it. So there's what we have so far. It's really bright here today, the sun's shining, and I'm not going to complain, but it makes it really, the lighting really bright in here, which is good, but it just makes the stuff not true to color. So I'm going to go off camera because, like I said, I'm trying to keep this a reasonable length video because there's a lot of videos to watch, and I'm going to go ahead and run the pearls around the heart, and I'll be right back to show you how it looks once the pearls are on. Okay everyone, so this is how it looks with the pearls attached. Just blings it up a tiny bit more than the raw wood, I think, and adds a little bit of color. It only took a couple minutes to throw these on there. I purchased these, and they're actually in strips, which made it a little bit easier than doing them one at a time. There were a few places that I had to you know, cut them apart on the curves, and right here was a little bit of a tricky spot, but through here I just cut the strips a little bit shorter and wrapped them around. So there's that part. And I also wanted to, let's see, bring the wreath back over here into frame. So this is what I have, like I said, with the flowers. It only took me a few minutes to throw them on. And I'm going to, I believe, hang this in the middle here somehow. Probably going to do that off frame, because I might have to play with it a little bit to get it to hang exactly like I want. And now I just need to figure out something to do here, because I was going to put the heart here. I didn't plan my sizing out too well. I would have started these farther apart, and I didn't realize that it actually was going to be too big to put there. It would look a little strange. However, I love butterflies, so I have to put butterflies somewhere on here. So I'm going to see if I can pick out a couple of these that are a nice size and where they go. So I'm going to go off camera real quick and try to figure out where I'm going to place a couple of these, put them in place, see if I can hang this from the top. I might have to play with it for a couple minutes to make sure it hangs right, and I don't want to take a lot of time doing that. So I'm going to go do these two things, and then I'll be right back again. Okay, so I went ahead and trying to get this in frame. Let's see if I can adjust the camera. I'm having a rough time here with this today. So I went ahead and hung this in the center, which is hard to see. It can probably be brought in front of the leaf or behind it, depending when it's hung up how it's going to look. And I went ahead and put a little orange butterfly here and a little yellow one here, and we still have the dilemma of this empty spot. So while I was off camera, I went ahead and cut apart another leaf that I'm gonna finagle on here, and to fill in a little bit and brighten it up, I went ahead and cut apart some little pieces of baby's breath that I'm gonna glue in here and there to lighten it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue on the back of this leaf. Whenever I do a project, there's always something I haven't quite figured out, and I have to go back in and fix a little bit. It just, that's the way I do things, I guess. I don't always plan ahead that much, but that's okay, because crafting's supposed to be fun, and sometimes if things don't go exactly the way you thought they would, you just have to go in and improvise a little bit. And that's my whole thing with crafting. I mean, I used to plan out every little detail, and things still never went quite the way that I had planned. So for me anyway, every time I do something, there's a certain level of winging it. And that's where some creativity comes into play. Like right now I'm gluing my hands together. Some creativity comes into play because sometimes you have to switch up your plan a little bit. And I'm trying to this is like typical in my crafting. I've got glue all over me and it's just hanging on. So yeah, sometimes you have to like change course. And I tell people they are not mistakes. It's just creative opportunities. Sometimes we just have to roll with it. Like this is not looking the way I want it to. So I'm just going to take that out of there. So with that being said, I am going to go off camera again. This is going to be real fun clipping it together. And I'm just going to throw a little bit of baby's breath in here and there. And then I will come back and I'll try to show you in full frame what it looks like. So I'll be back in just a second again. Okay, so a little bit of a change in plans from when I cut out to put the baby's breath in. I only put some in down here in the center because everywhere I put it over in here, I just didn't like the way it looked. So I just filled in this little bare spot with it, and it still wasn't quite enough, so I just threw a little rose here that's kind of peeking down, but and then I had to take the yellow butterfly off because it didn't quite work when I put the rose here. So I just tuck a little orange one in here, just barely peeking out, and I'm going to zoom out so you can see what it looks like completed. Let's see if I can. This is what I came up with. I'm going to try to back this up so you can see the whole thing. Just ignore the mess over there, my desk lamp and so forth. There we go. So this is how it looks all done. And I debated like hackling this into place, like putting some glue up here and here so it would be stationary, but I thought I would go ahead and leave it like this so that there's some movement and stuff, and it can either be put behind the greenery a little bit or out front, and when it hangs it'll just kind of do its own thing there. And like I said, I just put the baby's breath to fill that in, and a little rose peeking down so that all the flowers are going in a different direction. And when I thought about doing this, I didn't think it was going to be quite this full with flowers and stuff. I'm used to working with wreaths that are a little bit bigger on the occasion that I do wreaths, not too much anymore. So it's a little bit fuller than I anticipated, but I still think that it turned out well. I debated pulling these out to include because they're a little bit darker, but I think it gives it a little pop of color, and it ended up turning out well. So I'm just going to show you this, turn it so you can see it from all around. And I'm going to go back at some point. I'm going to put like a little bit of a hanger of some sort so that it can be hung on the wall. But that is pretty much what I came up with. When I think of spring, I think of flowers, so I wanted to do something with flowers, and I thought this is a nice, soft, neutral look instead of going with a certain color. Let's see if I can back this up. I'm really not liking that I'm not getting the whole thing in frame. There you go. So anyway, I'm going to cut out of this frame so I can come back and close out the video, and let me get out of the way from that lamp. Close out the video and talk to you about the giveaway. So I will be back with that part of the video, and I will show you this again, hopefully getting the whole thing in frame. So I will be back in just a moment to let you know about the giveaway and wrap up the video. Okay, and I'm back. I hope you enjoyed watching the process of turning a pile of stuff into a finished product. Now, it wasn't necessarily a tutorial because I didn't walk you through. I just kind of explained like what I did from one step to the next, just so you could see like it's very easy to just kind of throw a project together without a lot of effort. So the camera angle was not very good. I'm still working on a setup for that type of thing, so I apologize for all of that. So as promised, I will show you what it looks like, and you're probably going to be able to see it a little bit better this way. So here it is, all put together, and like I said, this is much better because you can see like the whole thing instead of like it going all over the place. So yeah, so this I wasn't quite sure about, but it's growing on me, you know, with it hanging there. It's just kind of all over the place as I move it. But once it gets hung up, and you know, you can decide whether you want it behind or in front of the florals or whatever, and it's going to be in a spot, it's going to be fine. I do have to go back and put some type of a hanger on it. I think I'm just going to make a little wire hanger so it can be put on a nail. So yeah, didn't anticipate it being this full when I had the concept in mind, and like I said, I had to change my plan along the way, which usually happens every time I make something. Before I start, I have a picture up here and it never goes in that direction, so I always have to adjust the plan, always, because like I said, I originally was going to put the heart down here, and I didn't really realize it was kind of big for that spot, and I just rolled with it. And I didn't expect it to be quite this full. I didn't expect to have that much floral on it. It was in front of me, so I just kept sticking it on there, which I think it turned out okay anyway. I was going to try to keep it a little bit more minimal. So basically, I just wanted to show this project just to let you guys know, with very little money, you can put together something that turns out nice. This project cost me probably under $10 max. I got the foam wreath that I started with at the Dollar Tree, so that was only $1.25, and then I used the burlap ribbon that I purchased at Walmart, and I know it was definitely under $5 for the roll. Might have been closer to like $3 or $4, and I didn't use quite the whole roll. So then this heart came from Family Dollar. There was 4 of them on a string that I purchased around Valentine's, and I might have even actually bought it after Valentine's, so it might have been half price for only 50 cents. And then the package of these flat back pearls came from Family Dollar, and it was only $1 for the pack of these, and I used maybe a fifth of the pack, so what, 20 cents. I did stain this. It was some stain that I had on hand. I didn't have to, but I just liked it better, a little tiny bit darker. All of the florals came from the Dollar Tree, except for these red ones, and these were off a pick that I purchased at Walmart that I used for another project, and these were left over, and I debated putting them in there because they were a little bit darker, but I thought, why not? And I'm glad I did, because it gives it a little pop of color. And then the little butterflies, it was a pack of stickers that I purchased at the Dollar Tree, and I only used just the 2. So like I said, very inexpensive project, and this you could probably even use whatever string or yarn you had if you wanted to do something like this. So like I said, under $10, and I don't think that's bad, and I think it turned out well. That's just my opinion. And maybe someone else will think maybe it doesn't look so good, but with that being said, I'll put that aside and talk more about the collab and the giveaway. So as I mentioned, this is a 15 channel collab with 15 wonderful channels and individuals that I had the pleasure of working with, and I'm not sure if all the channels are doing giveaways, but I think most of them are. So you're definitely going to want to check out all the videos and see what their concept on their spring, ideas are, and whether or not they're doing a giveaway. I know some channels are doing eye makeup looks. I'm not sure what all the channels are doing. Everybody's doing like their own little takes, so you're definitely going to want to check that out. It's going to be interesting. And like I mentioned, we're broken down into the 3 groups of 5 to make it easier for you guys to view. You can go in and start watching the channels that you normally do, and it's definitely worth checking all the channels if you have time to, and you would want to consider subscribing to the ones you're not subscribed to. All of the ladies in this collab have wonderful content. So with that being said, if you would like to be eligible for the giveaways, you must be publicly subscribed to all 5 channels in the group for whatever giveaways that you're interested in. If you're not subscribed to all 5 channels, you will not be eligible for the giveaways that are being offered in that group. So you don't have to be publicly subscribed to all 15, but you do have to for all 5 that are in the group that you want to participate in the giveaways. So with that being said, I am doing a giveaway in my video, and my giveaway item is the wreath that I made today. So if you're interested in winning the wreath and participating in the giveaway, I'm going to go through the giveaway rules, which are pretty standard rules if you've entered giveaways before. So first of all, you must be 18 or older. That way you're a legal adult. You must have a U.S. mailing address. I'm only shipping within the lower 48 states. YouTube is in no way affiliated with this giveaway or this collab. The collab was put together by Jarrozzy, and we all chose to participate on our own, and all of the materials I used to create this wreath I purchased with my own money. So with that being said, YouTube is not associated. Okay, once I take this item to the post office, I am no longer responsible for any loss, theft, damage, delayed delivery, or anything like that. It is in the Postal Service's hands, and you can take that for what it's worth. Okay, so you must be publicly subscribed to my channel as well as the other 4 ladies in my group. And let me get my list. So my group again is Laurie Latimer, Jamie, who is also known as the Makeup Nurse. We have Julie, who is Bootsie on the Beat, Sabrina from Sabrina's Unboxings and More, and myself, Susan, and my channel Susan's Just Making It. To be eligible yet to be publicly subscribed. That means we need to be able to go into your subscriptions and make sure that you are subscribed to all of the channels in my group. So if you don't know how to make your subscriptions public, there are videos on YouTube. You can just do a search for that. I'm sure a lot of the ladies in the collab may have that linked, because some of them do that. And let me see what else I'm thinking of. Okay, I'm going to give the winner 48 hours after I announce who the winner is to contact me with their mailing information, so I can get this out in the mail to them. If I do not hear back within 48 hours, I will select a new winner. I'm trying to think. I know I'm forgetting something. Oh, my giveaway is going to run from today, when this is being posted, which is Friday, April 29th, and I'm going to run my giveaway for 1 week. My giveaway is going to end next Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time on Friday, May 6th, and I will select a winner either later that day or the following day, and I will announce my winner in a standalone video on Saturday, May 7th, I believe is the date. I think I have the dates right. So I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm probably leaving something out. All of the rules will be down in the description box, so make sure you double check those to make sure you're eligible, and for any information that I probably left out. And just trying to think what I want to I'm not very well prepared. I've been out of sorts the last few days. So again, 15 channel collab, April showers bring May flowers. You're gonna want to go check out all these amazing ladies. They are all beautiful individuals, and I'm anxious to go watch their videos as well and see what they came up with, their little spring take. And I don't know, I guess that's all I have to say. I'm really glad you guys decided to check out my channel and my video, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my project, and I hope you are interested enough that you'll enter the giveaway. I hope it's worthy of a giveaway. And with that being said, I am going to sneak in a couple surprises. I usually try to sneak in 1 or 2 things that I don't show, just so there's still an element of surprise, and to bump it up just a little bit. And with that being said, make sure you give my video a thumbs up. That's another thing, to be eligible for the giveaway. That thumbs up, you know, greatly appreciated. And for those of you that are not subscribed, please consider doing so. Subscribe button's right down there. Hit that notification bell too while you're at it. I think that's it. And even if you're not interested in the giveaway, go ahead and just leave a comment saying hello. Let me know you stopped by. I told you I forgot something. The secret word. Secret word for the giveaway: flowers. Flowers, flowers, since that's the take I did. So probably forgetting something, scattered, been under the weather, but I'm glad you stopped by, and I love reading your comments, so I'm anxious to see what everyone has to say, and I'm anxious to go watch the other videos. So until next time, bye.